What's going on, guys? Bao here, back with some Mutant Genetic Gladiators. So let's get into this today. We're going to be checking out Crisis Part 2. And yeah, you can see we got 100 levels this time. So very interesting. They also gave us the original Captain Peace and a deluxe zone, which was interesting. Was not expecting that as a reward. Platinum Star. Yet again, they gave us a Silver Star instead of a Gold Star. We also got tokens, reactor, jackpot, and then we have some orbs, which they usually give us anyway. But of course, we're going to be starting off on the last 10. I'm probably going to put this one up first, just because I want to be talking over this one. And then I'll throw up the other two, which I'm pretty sure I'm just going to break up into two parts. It was about, I think, a little bit more than an hour to actually get through the first 90. So this one should be about 10 to maybe 15 minutes to actually get through, depending on how hard it actually gets. And by the looks of it, it doesn't really look that much harder. I'm not too sure if it actually is, because I mean, PvE already is really easy to me, so I'm not too sure if it's that much harder. I am using a lower level mutants, although I'm using X27, but that's just to go first and just to get it out of the way. And then I'm just using random other mutants. We'll kind of look at their levels and see if they're actually anything different. But there it is. There's Captain Peace. I don't know if I'm going to be making a video on that one. I guess I might as well make it, just because I haven't I don't think I've made one on the other one. And plus, that one's the reactor version, and this one's the actual version that they first came out with. So I might do it. We'll see. So far, there isn't really that big of an issue. I'm very interested to see what they come out with on the 100th floor, of course, because they might make it a lot stronger. This is only the second part, I'm guessing, out of, I don't know, 2 or 4. So we'll see how many parts they actually come out with, because I'm pretty sure they're going to have a few more of these, depending on how long they want to make the next one. We might have 2 more, just for the fact that the end date for the anniversary event is on the 14th of this month. I'm not too sure why they took that long to actually release the dates for the actual anniversary event, or how long it was going to actually last. But yeah, we finally got a date when it's actually going to be ending. So it's going to be ending on the 14th. So we do have the Crisis event. If they plan it out just right, they might be able to squeeze in a few more, because this one was, I think, 5 days. When I actually started doing it, it was like 4 days something, so I'm not too sure exactly the amount of time that they actually had on this event. They also threw in PvP with this event. If you did not notice, they did do a new PvP. It is only lasting, I think it was like 5 days as well, so yeah, they kind of mixed the two together. In that event, they actually gave us 2 platinum stars and some other stuff. So that PvP event is going to be part of the anniversary event. So I'm guessing there's probably going to be one more PvP, unless they kind of do it like this Crisis event, split it up into 2 more and have like 2 more PvPs. But usually PvP lasts 2 weeks, so they could just give us 1 more and have it last 2 weeks like normal. I'm not too sure what they're actually going to do with it, but hopefully we actually get some better rewards in the upcoming ones. It'd be nice if they actually gave us more floors. Maybe they're going to actually do that, and then increase the timer, of course, or maybe leave the timer the exact same. I'm not too sure if the third part is going to go back to 50, and then maybe they'll have a 4th part with 100 again, kind of mix it up a little bit. But yeah, interesting character to actually give us, considering the only way to actually get that character before was if you actually bought it, which I believe when it very first came out, I can't remember if it was 50, because I know they had a $50 one, which was very expensive, or if it started off at 100, because that was so long ago. I don't remember if it was a $100 price tag. It might have been 100, but the one I remember the most was 50. So yeah, they used to sell it for 50 by itself. People actually bought it as well. But yeah, they're kind of giving it to us in this one. I mean, they have had it in the past in like packs, or like just other ways to actually obtain it. But yeah, they're just giving it to us, which is pretty nice, considering what they did with the last mutant, which was the Archangel. I'm pretty sure that they're going to sell this one in the shop as well. I don't know if it's going to be for gold or actual money, because this one usually only is ever in the shop for money, because I've never seen it for gold and or credits. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I think it's also been in I think I've seen it in an event once or twice, but that might have been the other version. I don't know. There's multiple versions of Captain Peace. The one they're actually giving us is the original blue one, so that's nice. But yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do what they did with the last event mutant and actually just throw it in the shop at some point. Will be interesting to see. Hopefully actually able to get up and get the mutant, because like on other events it's actually at 90, so yeah, you do have to get up pretty high. So far I haven't really had a problem. The levels haven't seemed to be any harder than say a PvE event, so if you're actually able to complete that, then you're probably able to complete this one. It doesn't seem that much harder. I mean, if they're gonna make it a lot harder, they would have put in a ton of gold stars coming up from maybe 80 to 90, and then 90 through 100 they could have just had straight up platinums, but they could still do that later on. So I don't know, it's a matter of time just to wait it out and see what the next crisis event is going to actually be, and whether that's going to be a week event, a 2-week event to complete the rest of the anniversary, or have 1 or 2 more crisis events. I'm not too sure. We'll see how that actually turns out. But yeah, so far it hasn't really been that much more difficult. I'm pretty sure if you're able to complete the PvP one, you should be able to complete this. Unless you're barely getting by the PvE event, then maybe you'll have a little bit of a difficult trying to get through some of these, because I don't know, some of them seem to have a ton of HP, but I do see a ton of event characters and stuff like that in this last part. In the next PvE event, I'm hoping to actually give us a mutant that we could actually use. I mean, yeah, the first one was really good. We didn't have that. The one we have now, not really usable. I mean, you do need it for bingo, but I don't think anybody's gonna be using a Captain Peace. And then maybe on the next one they'll give us something a little bit different. It would be nice if they actually added starred versions to these mutants that they give out in PvE, like a gold starred version, or maybe silver if they don't want to go that high. But it's just a matter of time. We do still have a ton of PvE to upload, so I will be putting that out. I'm gonna put this one out first just to get it out, and then I'll put the other 2 out probably the following day. I'll just put out both of them. They're probably gonna be really long depending on how much I break them up. I'll probably put one of them at like 1 through, I don't know, 40 or something like that, and then 40 through 80, well 90, well 89 actually. But yeah, we'll see how that actually turns out. Sorry about the cat, of course, crying for no reason yet again. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully complete this pretty quick. I'm trying to get to 100 so I can just see what it actually is going to be like. So far we haven't really had too much of an issue, although I do have 110, but I could probably get through this with maybe 30s as well, probably even lower than that, because you just need a really good tag, take down one of them, that's all you have to do, and then put the other 2 and just destroy them. They show you what mutants they're going to have, so before you actually attack, you can plan out a way to actually beat them, especially if you don't have a variety of mutants like I do. All you have to do is use your tag on the one you can't take out, and then attack the other 2 with 2 that you, or 3, you should have 3 that you selected to take on those 2. But yeah, that's the easiest way to get through it. Just take out the one you're going to have trouble with, and then the other 2 put mutants that are going to be able to take those down a lot faster. Like this one, you got a cyber and then 2 necros, so you would take out the cyber, and then the 2 necros you would have what I forgot which one comes before that. Mythic? I don't even remember. I haven't looked at the wheel in forever, but yeah, we just put on 3 of those, and you're good to go. Plus, you also have abilities that you could actually use as well, which mythic ones are going to decrease their, well, I shouldn't say mythic because it doesn't, we'll just say cursed ability is the one you're going to be taking down their damage, and then you also have the other abilities that you could use as well. I mean, they do have a 47 silver star, but they're usually that way in PvE already, so it doesn't seem too much different. I'm guessing the last one might have Captain Peace in it just because based off of the last event, that's what they did with the 100, but I haven't actually seen it yet, so I don't know. We'll see it right here in a second. But we do still have a ton of anniversary events, so hopefully we actually get some pretty good stuff. Still waiting on a discount for the Evo. And no, they actually went with straight up, well, 2 speedsters and then probably mid-tier, which is at 5. I mean, this one's probably a little bit more difficult. I would take out Wind Spirit just because he has the cursed ability, but for the most part they don't seem that much stronger than the previous fight, so yeah, you should be able to take this down really easy. But let me know what you guys think of the event. If you're happy to actually get Captain Peace, I'm actually happy for the deluxe zone because I do need another one of those. We also have tokens, reactor, and jackpot, which are pretty nice. And then the platinum star. I really wish they would give us 2 like they did in PvP, but one's good enough. Maybe they'll change the silver to an actual gold star next time, so we could actually get that. But yeah, it's interesting to see them actually raise the level of the mutant from, you think they usually have it around like 50, 60 or something like that, to actually 90. So they don't want to be, they don't want it to be too easy to get, but they did want to have it a little bit more difficult to get, I guess. But you should be able to get through it if you do get through the regular PvE. And yeah, I think that's going to be about it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll talk to you guys later.